When you become wealthy, it creates certain difficulties which I wasn't aware of. Why did I set up Samuel Leeds Finance and give out millions and millions and millions of pounds to my students to help them with their deals? Because I wanted to be a dragon on Dragon's Den. My mum got called in when I was at school, and it's because I was paying my classmate to do my work for me. But now, that lady works for me.
You're religious, you go to church, and then one day they're standing by the door and saying, sorry, you can't come in.
I sat down and then the pastor got up to preach and saw me, and then he just cancelled the service. I think the reason was, in the church, the mindset a lot of the time is that you shouldn't be...
I get messages all the time asking me how I went from 100,000 in bad debt to a $13 million portfolio. By watching this show every week, I will share exactly how I did it, how I achieved it, and the lessons that I've learned along the way. So do me a favor and please subscribe to our channel. It's simple, it's free, and it helps keep the show going for you. This is where you eat and we talk about changing the way that you think about money, with insights from successful investors, entrepreneurs, and everyday people taking control of their financial futures. So double check that you're subscribed, and thank you for being part of this journey.
Welcome everybody to the Lunchtime Investor Show with myself, Marcus, and I'm here in the studio with the one and only Samuel Leeds. Welcome, Samuel.
Thank you, Marcus.
I'm really looking forward to this because we're going to be talking about you, your story, and inspiring everybody else to have hopefully the success that you've had.
Hopefully. I mean, I've had a lot of failures as well with investments.
You have to.
So we can talk about the down investments as well as the up. But
yeah, learn from those.
Overall, it's been a win, and that's because of continually checking everything. So learning from mistakes.
Yeah,
that's really important.
But from council estate to multi-millionaire.
Yeah, I mean, and that's also because of my trading business as well, though, not just investments.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, last year we did 20 million in revenue.
Yeah.
And
is that what your net worth is as well? Because I read that, well, actually, because obviously you keep updating, right? I read 10 million, I read 20 million.
Yeah.
When you talk about your net worth, is that your net worth, your family's net worth? I mean, you and Amanda, is that you and Russell? What is that?
That's a really fair question. So my net worth is shared with my wife, Amanda.
Yeah.
Although I'm business partners with Russell, I don't share my personal money with him. So me and Amanda have got our own portfolio. But me and Amanda, my wife, everything is shared. So my net worth, I guess, would include Amanda's because we share money.
Yeah.
And
so what is it? Is it 10 million or 20 million?
So when I last got it valued, and I always get asked about my net worth. People will say, what are you worth? Because it's an interesting thing to know. And I used to tell people. And I used to regularly get my net worth valued and tell people. So last time I got it valued, it came in independently at 20 million.
Yeah.
And that was half a decade ago. Since then...
That's half a decade ago?
Yes.
Okay.
Since then, I don't talk about it.
Okay.
Because I've already got a target on my back.
Right.
Do you know what? When you become wealthy, it creates certain difficulties which I wasn't aware of. So being from a council estate and coming from nothing, for me it was like, "Wait, I'm wealthy." In fact, I went to the bank when I first got, because when you're a millionaire, it doesn't necessarily mean you got £1 million in the bank.
Yeah.
But when I was 25, I had £1 million in the bank, and I'm young, £1.19 million. So I went to the bank and asked them, "Hey, can I get it out? I want to take a picture of it."
Yeah.
I wanted to take a picture of it.
Was it there?
No, they couldn't give me the money, which is a whole other story. But that's how I used to be. Take pictures of the money. I used to take pictures of my screenshots of my bank statement.
No, stop it. Because you did one the other day, which I'm responding to. I'm going to show it to you before I post it, where you were holding money. I was like, no, that's what some...
Yeah, but was it real money or was it fake money?
Well, it's probably fake money.
It was probably fake money because I've actually, I bought a bunch of fake money. Although, ironically, you could argue that all money, even if it's fiat...
We're not going to go there. So listen, you grew up on a council estate, right? And you had dyslexia. Do you still have dyslexia?
I believe, I don't think you can really get rid of it, but you can manage it and you can...
What is dyslexia? Is it that you can't read and write, or is it read or write?
No, it's not. It doesn't mean you can't. You can. I've written books.
No, you can, but you're having a challenge with...
Yeah, so with me, I didn't even know I had dyslexia as a kid. No one told me, "Oh, you're dyslexic." Maybe it's for the best they didn't. I've got ADHD, severe ADHD, apparently. Although, what is it?
I
There's
don't
no
know.
blood test.
I think we're all on some kind of a spectrum
Well, maybe.
of something.
Well, maybe. I mean, maybe I do think, yeah, I can believe that. When you look at the symptoms, I can believe that I've got that. But dyslexia, so for me, certainly when I was at school, I'd look at words and I'd see them back to front and stuff like that, and the letters would be a bit mixed up. Or if I'm writing, even now when I'm writing on the flip chart, I might try and write Marcus and I'll start with the word C.
No.
Yeah. So I'll just go Marcus and then I'll put C. And it's just letters and just it's a bit confusing. So
Interesting.
I've got dyslexia, but so does Richard Branson. It's not like a terrible thing.
Exactly, absolutely.
And you can train yourself. So I used to really struggle with reading as well. I don't know if it's linked to my dyslexia, but when I never read a book at school ever. The whole time I was at school, I did English literacy, never read a single book.
So my youngest, she has a real challenge reading out loud. And now she's studying Spanish, and she has to read out loud in Spanish, and she is like, she's coming home like with tears, and so we're going through that at the moment. Yeah.
It's hard. I mean, reading for me, I would read a page in a book really slowly, and then when I finished the page, I'd be like, I don't remember what I just read. I have to read it again. Like, I just couldn't take it in.
Okay, I think I have. I'm
Do you?
Yeah.
Are you dyslexic too?
I might be.
Do you have ADHD?
I'm telling you, I think we're all somewhere on the spectrum.
I don't know if it's helpful or not though, because I feel like today's generation, we're very much about labeling people. So it's like, you've got this, you've got that, you've got the other.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, they never labeled me. They did sit me on like a special desk.
Yeah.
On my own, where I got like special attention and whatever. So clearly I knew there was something.
So you had an unfair advantage. You had special
I had an
attention.
unfair advantage, exactly.
Flippin' heck. And so you bought your first property at 17.
Yes.
And at 20 you were a multi-millionaire.
No.
Oh, you're a millionaire.
No.
Right, not net worth maybe.
No, my property portfolio was worth 1 million when I was 21. But that was like, to be honest, that don't really mean much, because my portfolio is worth 1 million, but I got joint ventures, some of it's on an option. So when I was a cash millionaire was when I was 25.
Right, that's when you consider yourself to be with it.
Well, no, it's not considered, it's factual. It's like,
yeah,
a millionaire means your assets minus your liabilities, you're left with 1 million net. That's why it's called net worth.
Yeah,
It's pretty objective.
Yeah.
So that was when I was 25.
Okay, so 25.
And now I make that a month.
And now you make that a month
More
through what? Through what?
So I've got hotels. I've also got a deal sourcing company. I run an education company, and you know this because we speak about this a lot.
You're one of the largest property education companies.
but that doesn't really make much money at all.
I know you say that. I've heard you say that several times.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm scratching my head.
Why are you scratching your head?
So why do you do it
But
then?
you're in training, so
I am. But that's one of my businesses, and I do like to make money through it as well.
Now the thing is with me is I make money from the back end, so it's like the ecosystem. Like McDonald's, right? McDonald's don't make money from their burgers and chips. They're a real estate company.
Right.
So for the burgers and chips get people in the doors. The burgers and chips is part of their ecosystem.
Okay.
But the real money is elsewhere.
So where's that?
Well, for McDonald's or for me?
For you?
For me, in property. I loan money out.
Right. So so that's one of your others, because I was going to ask you about your different streams of income. So one of them is you have a bank.
Wow.
Well, you loan a lender.
Technically, it's not a bank.
Yeah.
Because FCA.
Yeah. So what is it? You lend?
It's a finance company. So I put a bunch of my money, £11 million of my money, into a pot, and called it Samuel Leeds Bank.
Mm-hmm.
But then had to change it to Samuel Leeds Finance.
It's good marketing.
Yeah.
I guess you had to change it. Okay.
Yeah, and then we loan money out. And we loan money out to people that we've trained up. So the education company, because our education company, the most money you can spend.
Do you know what's really interesting, right?
Yeah.
Is that you just go ahead and do stuff. I was going to say do shit. You just do stuff. And then if you have to change it, you'll change it along the way, right?
Yeah.
Whereas me, I'd be like, oh, I can't do that because we're not a bank. So, I wonder whether that stops me sometimes.
Oh, mate, you're pretty aggressive in what you do, though.
Am I?
Of course. Look at what you've done and your investments.
Compared to you, I am so not aggressive.
Yeah, but I'm not comparing you necessarily to any one person. I'm just comparing you to you.
Really? You think I'm aggressive? I never would put that word in aggressive.
I think that to be successful in business, you have to be aggressive.
You have to be offensive, as in be on the offense as opposed to defense. Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the same thing.
Well, I don't know, because sometimes you have to. I don't know. They say attack is the best form of defense.
That's what I say that a lot. I do say that a lot. Yeah.
But yeah, you got to fix it. You got to just do stuff and figure it out as you go. Yeah, 100%. You can't be.
Coming back to the school, your children are homeschooled. You've got 4 kids.
Yeah, kind of. They are home educated technically, yeah, but it's not what you think. When you think of home education, they don't actually study at home. We send them to a classroom that we built.
Okay.
And we hired 2 full-time teachers.
Yeah.
So they, in their mind, they'll say, I'm getting ready for school.
Right.
And they get their shoes on, get their uniform on, and leave the house and go.
Is anybody else in this classroom?
My kids,
Yeah.
my brother's kids,
Ah.
and my sister's kids.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah.
So we got to build your own school.
I got 4 kids.
Yeah.
So I got a bunch of them together.
Yeah.
And it's actually cheaper than sending them to private school. They don't teach them all that demented stuff either.
Oh, yeah, tell me, I know.
I don't want my kids learning about demented stuff.
Yeah, yeah. You said in one of your videos, you said, I don't want the government teaching my children.
Correct.
Mm.
Brainwashing though, because this is the thing, you're talking about how we're being aggressive in business. School will kick that out of you.
Mm-hmm. So shut up, sit down, uniform. I mean, literally wear a uniform so we're all looking the same. Don't do this, don't do that. Yeah.
Uniform. You know what is a kid's? Yeah, tell me this, Marcus. You got kids.
Yeah.
2 beautiful girls.
I love that.
What is a child's worst nightmare at school? I'll tell you the worst nightmare at school.
Probably how you dress, like making sure that
non-school uniform, non-school uniform day,
mm-hmm.
and you forget and you turn up in uniform. That is the worst nightmare of a kid.
So being ridiculed, basically.
Not even being ridiculed, standing out, being different,
mm-hmm.
wearing the wrong uniform, not being conformed, not fitting in.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And that is society. That is brainwashed from in school because they make you, sit here and put your hand up when you want to go to the toilet. And if you're loud, then there's something wrong with you. You can't answer back.
It all comes from the Prussian military way of doing things. Then it was adopted by the Victorians. So it's basically, create good workers for society.
Right.
Not what you are, an entrepreneur, business person.
Yeah, but I think it's actually evil and sinister.
Wow.
And I also think that I mean, they should let kids use ChatGPT in school, shouldn't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't do that either. I mean, they're going to have to. They have to. Yeah, of course.
Your business.
And in fact, I mean, everybody knows this, right? The fact that you can't what they call copying, what I call joint venturing, I call helping each other. You're not allowed to do that. And then as soon as you're outside, you share things.
Did you know this
copywriting, copy somebody else's writing?
Story. My mum got called in when I was at school. I was about 14. Your son has been caught doing the worst kind of cheating.
Okay.
And it's because I was paying my classmate to do my work for me. Yeah. But now that lady works for me.
That same lady works for you?
Yes.
Okay. Just by chance, or did you? Because I know you.
Just for the story. Nah, just by chance. We hired a whole class, actually.
Okay.
Hired the whole class. But it's like, so now I'm paying this lady to do my work for me.
Oh.
And that's just business. But then it's cheating with your school. So not copying, not working together. It's just a complete joke. So that's my rant of school.
It definitely needs.
So then universities as well. Do you know how weird university is?
Did you go to university?
I'm at university right now.
No, but did you go to university? No.
I'm there now though.
Okay.
I study law.
Do you?
Yeah.
You study law?
Full-time student.
You're hilarious.
Did you not know that?
No.
I'm a full-time law student.
Oh my God. What really? Like in a real university?
Yeah. You're going to get a degree.
Is it open university or something?
Correct.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to get a degree in law and then you're going to smash everyone up that attacks you.
No, it's just, I like understanding the law if I have to sue people or whatever.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But you don't sue people for the sake of it. Like there was this one guy who did something, like they attack you first and then, don't you have this thing? I remember talking to you about this years ago about a little bit like Donald Trump, which is if somebody attacks you, you attack them 10 times harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get, well, yeah, like as if, well, obviously. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm studying law.
Oh,
bro.
I'm crying.
Every case study that I'm studying, when it's like, because when you're studying law, they go, oh, we'll play you a little video. And it's just a little video animation or whatever of Rosie and Stacey or whatever. They're always gay. Open university. What the fuck is wrong? Why is everybody gay?
Well, they're open.
No, but mate, they're either gay and it's like, oh, and then they had a child who's non-binary.
No.
Bro, I don't mind if there's a gay person in there. I love gay people. But why is everybody gay? Or non-binary, or what are they? Bear in mind, these kids that are going to universities, they've been brainwashed in school, they've just left school, and and now they're at uni. It's like, what is wrong with people?
Do you think it's that, or we just don't understand our generation? I mean, I'm a very different generation to you, but we're just not used to this, and this is all new, and we can't handle it.
I don't mind. I can handle it. We've got people in our company that are maybe gay or whatever. It's fine.
No, but the fact that everybody is, and we have to talk about it, and it has to be in front of our kids' eyes, and
I can't even study my university course with my kids in the background because I'm like, I pulled you out of school, so you have to see all this nonsense. You know what I mean? So now I have to send them away. Hey, go and play. This is offensive to children. I can't let you see. And I'm studying law. It's not like I'm studying, family.
Do you know, I had some questions for you, but they're all out. They're all out of them.
Studying law.
Forget it.
What's wrong? What's wrong with people? That's like my girl, right? My daughter got home from school, 6-year-old. Yeah, when they went to school, I thought it'd be all right in a Christian private school, getting home with all these books. Oh, this son who has 2 daddies and and my
oh, really?
Oh, 2 daddies. And I'm like, what? You're 6 years old.
No.
Is there some strange?
Yeah.
I think that they just don't want us to have kids. The government don't want us to have kids. If we're gay, we're probably not going to be able to have. Well, we're definitely not going to be able to produce kids. Yeah. So if we're gay.
Well, actually, I heard a couple of videos. Why are we going down this path?
No, it's important.
I heard a couple of videos where somebody was actually disputing that men can have children.
No, of course they can't. It's ridiculous.
I don't understand how. But
No, of course they can't. It's silly, right? They can't have kids. Next. Did you know that when my grandparents were around, yeah, my granddad just passed last week, but yeah, it's sad. But my grandparents, that our mortgage was based off of one income. So it's like, which one of you works? Okay, the man works. Okay, so what's your income? 20 grand. All right, great. You can borrow 80 grand. But then what happened is, boom, they changed it and they allowed 2 incomes. So when they did that, now people can borrow more. So now house prices shoot up. But now you can't have one person working, otherwise you can't afford to get a house because house prices have doubled. So now everyone's forced to work. So men have to work, women have to work. But then when you have kids, childcare is so expensive that it's like, how can we afford kids? Because we can't afford. It's not that we can't afford the nappies; it's that we can't afford the childcare because we both got to work. So what's happening is it's becoming more and more difficult to have kids.
But that's why schools were invented as well, is to
babysit.
Yeah, to babysit.
Right.
So the fact that, like this is taught.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that I think society is, right now in England, I think the average person now is having 1.7 kids, which is lower than it's been in generations and generations and generations. So people are having less kids now.
So you're doing your bit.
Well, I had 4.
Are you going to have any more?
I don't think so. Because my wife, first kid we had, she had to have an emergency C-section. But then they say if you've had a C-section, you should probably have a C-section again. So we just keep having C-sections. But there's only so many.
Yeah.
So I said to my wife, even when we had 3 kids, I was like, listen, I'm going to ask you this question once and I'll never ask you again. She says, what's that? I said, do you want to have another baby? And she's like, you know what? Yeah. So bang, we did it there. Bang. And then we had another one.
Bang.
Yes, fast, immediately. 9 months later, we've got it in our arms. So for the way I'll see it is kind of down to her. You know what I'm saying? Because it's her body and it's also her that has to do a lot of the.
You're making me cry.
Okay, so it's kind of on her really.
Did you ever at school, like having this special attention, being dyslexic, etc., did you ever think I'm not good enough? Do you ever have this thing about being worthy and stuff like that?
No, I get angry.
You get angry?
Yeah, I'm like, I'll show you then. You think I'm stupid? Okay. All right, let's see. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. You have to turn your rejections and your pain into fuel.
Yeah, but did anybody teach you that, or that's just what happened?
Nah, that's just how I just felt in my heart.
Right.
Just angry. Even now, why did I set up Samuel Leeds Finance and give out millions and millions and millions of pounds to my students to help them with their deals? Because I wanted to be a dragon on Dragon's Den. But then Stephen Bartlett got the gig, didn't he? So I was like, that's annoying. I'm pleased for him. Nice for Stephen.
You could go on there, I reckon.
Yeah, I don't think so. They don't want me on.
Why not?
Why? It's BBC, isn't it? BBC.
Oh, I knew you would get onto this subject. Go on then. So the BBC, yes, good old auntie.
Well, would Stephen Bartlett talk about the BBC and would he acknowledge how corrupt the BBC are? Of course not, because then suddenly, Buff would be pulled from the show.
Yeah.
Whereas I can't help it. I'll just say whatever. I'll just say what I see.
When you say you can't help it, do you mean that, or do you mean actually I like it, I enjoy it?
No, I mean, I will not be muted or silenced because I've got too much money to care about sponsors. Everybody you see online, maybe you're one of the few exceptions, but pretty much everybody, they're all sponsored.
Who are they sponsored by?
Shark. Or
Okay.
They're sponsored by somewhere. Yeah.
Maybe I should. Yeah.
No, you shouldn't. Because as soon as you can start taking money, I know a guy who's sponsored by the government, HMRC, pay him.
Maybe I am sponsored somewhere here, maybe. Tony Robbins, maybe Tony.
Yeah, but imagine this though. How clever is this though? You start doing a channel about money, and then HMRC reach out and say, "We want to sponsor you."
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I tell this guy who's got millions of followers, by the way, "Hey mate, did you know that HMRC have done this? This is wrong, man. You should talk about it." He's like, "I can't because they sponsor me."
Mm-hmm.
It's a good way to make people shut up.
Are you an angry person? You do shout a lot.
They're pretty angry.
Yeah. But then you laugh and you smile. So I don't.
Oh yeah, I'm also happy. I'm happy.
You are happy.
I'm happy, but yeah, you have to be happy.
You switch very fast.
Oh, is it?
See, now you're, and now you got a cheeky smile with your dimple on one side. It's brilliant. Okay, so do you think getting a job, right, study hard, get a job, save, I think personally.
It depends if you want to eat out of a food bank or not. If you want to go to food banks, then you can do that.
Mm-hmm. Well, you did once. There was a video.
No, I never went to a food bank. I worked at a food bank.
No. You have.
Oh, you have. You're right. You have. But that was during a very difficult time.
What do you mean? Well, I was for a documentary.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you?
Man, I cried in that food bank.
I know. That was good.
I cried in that food bank.
They gave you the first hot food.
Oh man, I've never been that poor though. I mean, I know I grew up without money, but I was never.
Yeah.
I was never at a point where, like, my mum was a single mom, right? But we never went without. You know what I mean?
Really?
No, we never went without.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends how you define without. Without Ferraris, yes. But my mum sent us to a good school, and she drove us there, and she spent time with us, and we were always had the food and comfort, and now we're fine. Like, we grew up. But like, yeah, like a holiday for us, we'd go to Wales in a tent.
Yeah.
That would be a holiday, but kids don't care.
That's brilliant.
It's brilliant.
You know, when some people, I'm not going to mention any names, but here, right, they're like, oh, it's. I'm not going to mention a name because it's so obvious. But
I think you need to mention names now.
No. So they're like, oh yeah, it's their first birthday, and we're doing this, and this, and I literally said, oh yeah, I'm sure they'll enjoy looking at those pictures when they're a little bit older because they won't remember right now.
It's done.
Yeah.
I can't say that, but we just did a private party.
Well, there you go.
My 1-year-old last week.
You see, that's what.
Yeah, but that was
because that's what you do.
That was my wife. I would never have done that.
So just coming back to this, I want to watch this. I want to see your reaction to this video, right? This is literally the founder of Airtable, right? A $1 billion data management business here. See what he says here, and I want to know what you think about this.
I didn't care that much about the linear academic path. The Bill Gates and the Steve Jobs and the Excite founders and all these other startups, they were not necessarily founded by people who just like buy the book, had perfect grades. Bill Gates and Steve Jobs were both dropouts, right? Learning about those stories, it kind of inspired me to be a little non-traditional. And instead of trying to get indirectly to my passion and future endeavor by first going through this arbitrarily linear path, if I want to do that thing, I should just start working on and trying to think about that thing.
What do you think about that?
I mean, what do you think? You obviously like it because you played it.
I like it because I was thinking, like my eldest Melania, and she's not sure whether she's a grade 8 student all the way. I'm actually more worried about, and I hope she doesn't see this, I'm more worried about her than I am the youngest, who's not very good at grades, but just bulldozes her way through life, right? Whereas my oldest is like, she follows rules, she says sorry all the time. Honestly, she says sorry all the
that's
time.
nice though, you know.
It is nice, but the thing is,
I got kids like that.
Yeah. And so she's not sure whether she wants to go to uni. I went to loads of unis, so I'm thinking, I'm happy for her. I'll be the cameraman. Do you know what I'd love for her to do, if you're open to this, honey, is like just for us to go into the streets, like in Mayfair and Kensington, all this kind of stuff, and just ask people, how did you become a millionaire? And just create a channel like that, and the contacts she will get through doing that. Because she is good looking, she's young. I'm sure people will stop for her.
You know what, Dan?
Yeah.
Just got to let her do a thing.
Yeah, whatever she wants to do.
Whatever she wants to do.
Do you agree with that, though?
Yes.
Because my dad stopped me from doing what I wanted to do. I wanted to become a chef. So he sent me away I thought to become a chef through friends of his, and they said, listen, I'm going to give you 4 months. You make sure when he comes back, he does not want to be a chef anymore. So, and I don't want to do that to my kids.
No. You just gotta love them.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, if you've loved your daughters, which you have, and you've
Mm-hmm.
raised them well, and you've given them good opportunities, good education, then you have to trust them.
Yeah.
Your kids are now 16 or 14?
Yeah, 14, 16, and one of them wants to be a dancer, and I'm like, dancer? Oh
You
my
have to
goodness.
trust them now. You raise them well. You've loved them. You give them a good home, security, and they've been able to confide in you. So they've you know what I mean, mentally they're stable, they're strong.
Yeah.
And then you just have to trust them and support them and love them. That's what I feel. So I've got kids as well. They're like, and I got some of my kids who are like my boy, he's 6-year-old. He's like a disruptor. So he would care what anybody thinks.
Does he like you?
Push things over. If you smell a bit, he'll just be like, you smell, go have a shower. You know what I mean? Like really like that. And then I've got a girl who's 7, who's the opposite. She's like, in fact, she's 8. She just turned 8. Yeah, she's 8 now. Ruby. She's very conscientious and very sweet and diplomatic. And sometimes even I'll say stuff and she'll correct me and say, what you could say is, and make it like less offensive. She's like PC Ruby, we call her.
Okay, PC Ruby.
But that's just how she is.
Yeah.
She's conscientious. She's caring. If I even just raise my eyebrows at her, like, hey, she'll, huh. Whereas Luke, I have to smack him. Bah! You know what I'm saying? Like,
Do you actually hit your children?
I believe that it's important to sometimes hit your kids if you don't want them to get beaten by the police.
Mm-hmm.
Because
To respect a certain...
No, I don't hit my kids much, to be honest. I'm not really like, and if I do, it's not out of anger. It's discipline. But I do believe in it 100% because like, these kids that say, oh, you need to think about what you did. Go and stand in the naughty corner. It's like, it's ridiculous.
I mean, we did that and it worked.
You did that?
Yeah. And
Now I'm worried about your kids now.
Are you?
No.
No, it worked. It worked really
No,
well.
we did. Everyone's different.
Yeah.
So...
Well, they say if you spare the rod, then you will spoil your children. And I do
that's
think about
King
that.
Solomon, that's straight out of the Bible.
Mm.
So, yeah, I think... And the thing is, if you don't... You know, there's nothing worse than annoying, spoiled kids.
Mm.
Your job as a parent is to make sure that your kids are a pleasure to be around. So when I take my kids out, they're not perfect, obviously, but they're good kids. If I take my kids out, I had a meeting with a billionaire.
And
Let me tell you something. Last month, I had a meeting with a billionaire.
Yeah.
He's probably the richest man in Zimbabwe. Yeah? Worth billions.
Yeah.
And he said, Samuel, I want to meet you for a business meeting. Come.
Mhm.
And I brought all my kids, bar my baby. Yeah? I brought all my kids and said to them, I want you to sit, listen, and be quiet. And they sat and were quiet. And the fact that I was confident to bring them is a testament to the kids. They're not perfect. Of course, the kids, they're always, you know what I mean? They always be, but they just sat quietly, respectfully. So, yeah, it's important to be strict on your kids, but also extremely loving and build them up.
Why did you meet the billionaire? What was that about? Was that a business deal or just
No, that was
friendly?
just, I was in Zimbabwe and I was just meeting different people. I'm doing some stuff out there. I'm looking to build out there.
Okay.
And he just wanted to just talk about some stuff.
Some of these African countries, is it the fact that you can kind of be building buildings right now, which in the future is, oh yeah, you walk through Mayfair and you go, somebody owns that building, somebody owns that building. Is it a little bit like that? You could be building the future,
100%.
cities.
Loads of money to be made.
How amazing is that, the opportunity?
yeah.
But somebody like you can do that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm building in Africa.
Okay. All over Africa or just...
No. Just, yeah, it's limited at the moment.
Do you have to have contacts?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. When you invest, that's the thing. I know later we're going to have a debate or discussion about what's better, property or stocks.
Stocks.
Well, okay. What you know.
Yeah.
For you, stocks. For me, property.
Yeah.
Because you've got to invest in what you know.
Yeah, you got to focus, become a real master at it.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Investment master.
This is it. That's why we called it investment mastery. Literally, I mean,
Master
you
it.
couldn't get more transparent. Flip a neck. Okay. All right. I'd love to read this. Okay, I'm going to read it out for you, so people listening. This is from Avalon88. It's on Reddit. How you handle the "what if I can't make it" mindset? Simple question, right? I tried freelancing, running my own business before, but it failed. I went broke and had to get a job. Looking back, I never believed I could actually be successful and to make it. I just don't think I'm that kind of person. and always give up as it's pointless. Bloody hell. I mean, I feel sad, honestly.
Is that a real message?
That's a real message. Now I want to try again, but I'm sure I'll fail the same way. How do you rebuild confidence after failing once?
Now, that person's been suppressed. They're around suppressive people.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's not their belief. That's the things that people have told them. They need to get around. I mean, it might be that they are not cut out to be a business person or entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
It might be that they are meant to have a job. See, you can become a millionaire as an employee.
You can.
And people don't realise this. And people, maybe me, I may be guilty of this and I apologise.
Well, isn't this what we teach them? They have a source of income, and what do you do with that income?
Right.
Right? And then you build assets.
Right. So what you need is you need fast pound, and you need trading income, active income, and then you invest that.
Mm-hmm.
That money can come from a job. It can come from a business.
Yep.
It can come from many different things. So if you're not really in the mindset of wanting to be a risky entrepreneur, then go and build someone else's business with them and get paid handsomely for it. I got people working for me that are making 200, 300 grand a year.
Yeah. So somebody
That's a lot of money.
Of course.
You can live off of 50,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can invest 200, and within 3-4 years, you're a millionaire with passive income streams.
I agree. If people were just to wait a few years and keep plodding.
But what you can't do, sorry, Marcus, is you can't work in a job where you're paid 25 grand a year and just be more frugal and save and invest. No, you need to be making 6 figures minimum. You have to make 100 grand
But you
a year.
can do that. You might not do that with your first job, but you can keep learning. You can keep growing. I've had people, you know Dennis, right? My head trader and trainer. He always, several times a day, will ask, is there anything I can do to help? Even at 10 o'clock at night, you know, is there? So obviously he's going to grow within this business, and he's earning, I don't know how much, right?
It's not difficult. I mean, if I started over again, do you know what I'd probably do?
No, go on.
Get a job
Mm-hmm.
and be so freaking good.
And put it all into stocks and cryptos.
Get a job, make a bunch of money, and then invest it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Become an investment investor.
But listen, exactly. Listen to this though. Looking back, I never believed I could actually be successful and make it. I just don't think I'm that kind of person. Always give up as it's pointless. I was listening. Who's that Stevenson guy? What's his name? Craig Stevenson. The guy, the bald head. No, not bald. He's like, you know, he's the guy who used to be the trader. And he made all this money, and now he's blowing up all over.
Gary Stevenson.
Gary Stevenson.
Yeah,
okay.
Gary Stevenson.
I listened to one of his, and I felt after
He'd love this guy though. This is
No, but-
Gary would endorse this message.
Exactly. He basically said, listen, this is what he said, right? He said, if you're poor, stop trying to be rich because you never will be. The system is rigged. Therefore, just accept that you're going to be poor and you're going to be a lot happier. I felt all my energy draining.
Yeah.
I was in there going,
Some elitist rich person paying him to say that or something. That's strange.
it's horrible.
Horrible message. Disgusting.
I honestly, I can't even. It's everything that I believe against.
So
it's
what's
just
his actual message? Tax the rich, bring in a wealth tax because somehow that's going to save the poor. Sorry, that is the most. He knows that's not the case. Come on, how naive do you have to be to think if we just tax more millionaires? I mean, firstly, they're going to leave. They are leaving. In their droves.
Mm.
Secondly, to think I'm not happy with my situation. I know. Let's campaign and hope that the government change the rules is such a long-winded, victim, pathetic.
In the meantime, you've got to be making some money.
Right.
And why do these people not get a job? Just like we said, get a job, work really hard, add value. What do you do at lunchtime? Can I help you? No. Okay, I'm going. Can I help you? And build it up. You'll be earning 100,000. It might take a few years.
So
and invest.
Let's say Gary's thing works, right? Let's say that the poor person who's working at Starbucks, who's making £1,500 a month, who's struggling to make ends meet, who's got 2 kids and is really struggling, campaigns and votes for Labour and Green Party and all this. And finally, the government come in and give her more money in rich people's taxes. How much are they going to give her? An extra what? 500 quid, grand. She could make that extra herself just by being a tiny bit better.
Just by adding more value.
So Gary's solutions are an absolute joke. And
I kind of that he's debating and getting people to think about it. I like that.
yeah, but will he debate me?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I've asked him.
Have you?
Yeah. I emailed him like a year ago. 6 months.
Oh,
12
that's
months ago.
interesting. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. I said, look, and I've even done a video, and it was a very, very, very nice video about him, I thought.
Yeah.
I was like, look, this is where Gary's right. This is where I agree with him. He's a smart guy. He's not an
He's a
idiot.
smart guy. He's
But this is where I disagree with him.
Yeah.
And I challenged him for a debate. But the thing is with Gary, would he sit and debate with me? Or would he just debate with people that are just going to kind of agree with him? Or people that are going to disagree with him, but he knows wouldn't actually be able to properly challenge him.
or on a platform like Piers Morgan, which has millions of views, but you have millions of views, so why doesn't he debate you?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, listen, it might be he can win the round. Maybe I'll debate him. I go, damn, I'm gonna vote Green Party too. I'm open-minded.
If anybody knows him, reach out to him.
Yeah.
Because I think we do need this kind of a debate. Because I don't actually understand how he's going to do it. I have listened to some of his stuff. I don't really get it.
And also, I read his book. I'm not being funny, right? It was so boring. Have you read his book?
No.
Bro, it's literally like, I walked into the room and there was a gleam in the air and there was a sofa down and it had a purple cushion that was slightly configured, and I walked in and I was like, the whole book is like that. I'm like, mate, get to the point, man. I've got ADHD. I can't be doing this. And I'm reading through it. Bear in mind, it takes me a long time to read a page. In the end, I had to listen to all the audible version times 2 speed, and the whole book is like that. And in the end, there's no conclusion. I'm like lost. What is going on? How is Gary so famous? Who's paying to platform him when he's got so little to say?
What he's doing is very popular. Is like tax the rich.
It's very stupid.
Do you think he has post-traumatic broke syndrome? In the sense that, he's got a bit of a chip on his shoulder. I mean this in the nicest possible way. He's got a chip on his shoulder because he used to be broke. Then he goes and works and is a trader. And he kept shorting. He keeps saying this, basically, I was like taking advantage. See, I've never taken advantage. Like he was literally shorting and making sure that he was taking advantage of the country going broke.
And he feels guilty.
And he feels guilty about that.
But he doesn't seem to realise that just because he made money unethically, that's not how most people make money.
No, absolutely not.
You're a trader. You're an investor.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Or...
And then he says, I don't need to be... He says this, but I don't need to be here. I made millions and all this. And I'm like, why do you have to keep saying that?
Well, I don't think he's very wealthy. I mean, he might have made a little bit of money.
Why? Because of the way he dresses?
No, not because of the way he dresses. I don't dress funny. I fancy it.
He's always in just a t-shirt.
Yeah, but how someone
cozy
dresses, how someone dresses does not show how wealthy they are at all.
Yeah. Well, I actually agree with that.
What shows how wealthy someone is what they've built, what they've done. Like if someone's made
no, but I will say this though. No, I'm gonna come back to this because he always seems to like wear the like it's this threadbare t-shirt. I'm surprised that he doesn't cut a couple of holes in there in order to endear himself to his audience.
You have to stop with the clothes talking and stuff because it doesn't matter.
No, but it's his persona. It's like
it doesn't matter.
Ugh.
It doesn't matter.
Why not lift people up?
Yeah,
why push them down? Why lift them up?
That's a different argument, though. That's about what he's saying, his message.
It's both. I think it's both. I think it's both.
Oh, you can't attack a guy because of how he dresses.
No, but it's everything. It's the whole thing. And that's just a part of it.
Okay. All right. But my thinking is, I think that, like, you've made money. I've made money. I can see what you've done. I'm here now. I can see you've got loads of staff.
Yeah.
Right. What's he doing? Begging people to give him £5 on Patreon.
Oh, I don't know. Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, donate to the Patreon. Okay. Buy my book. It's like, bro. So I can see what you've built. I can see, all the people that work with your company.
Yeah.
With what I've built. You can see hospitals that are built, schools that are built.
The wells that you've done in that.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. The people I employ, you can go on my company's house. Go on my company's house. I got 6 million in the bank. I need to stop talking like this. But you don't take an idiot. Do a little bit of digging. Okay, this guy's made some money. But him, I can't see any evidence of any money. I don't think he's. Do you know what it might be? Made a little bit of money, then lost his job, and now is annoyed that he has got no money. So he's decided to just hate on poor people.
And even though he was quite lucky, he's smart though, and he was good at maths.
Smart.
But he's saying that other people who are poor can't make it. It's just an awful.
But you know what? I like to hold judgment until I met somebody.
That's where you want to debate him.
Why not even debate? Just sit down with him and just have a chat. And because I don't think it's good to make judgments. And it might be that he's got a really good heart and he's coming from a really good place. And it might be that he'd answer all my questions, portrays arguments well without talking about the purple cushion on the chair. And maybe we'll see.
All right, let's keep going. Failure. You spoke before about because I said, you've been very successful, and you immediately said I've also had a lot of like failures and stuff like that. Why are failures important? Why? Because most people will avoid them like the plague, right?
Yeah, because it's part of life. There's no such thing as success without failure. There's no such thing as the mountaintops without the valleys.
If you go slowly enough to try and avoid everything, you might die before you make it, but you could avoid them.
Well, what's the fastest way to not fail? Don't have any goals.
Yeah.
Don't try. Don't play the game.
Well, the fastest way to be successful is to fail fast and to learn from it.
Yeah, you have to fail.
So what have been like a failure that you really learned from that people would love to like learn from?
Bro, I've failed at everything I've ever tried at, basically.
Right.
I had 4 goals. From 2018, I had 4 things on my screensaver on my dream board that I wanted to achieve. And I didn't achieve one of them. One of them was being on Dragon's Den. Didn't achieve that.
Well, you don't know yet.
Well,
because you're taking the BBC.
I gave myself a deadline.
Gave myself a deadline.
End of 2025, I gave myself like 6-7 years, and I ain't done it. I wanted to be on the Times Rich list. I haven't done it. I wanted to get honoured by the Queen. She's passed. I didn't do it. I wanted to get 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I haven't done it. I haven't done any of my goals.
Does that make you a
failed
failure?
All of them. Depends how you define a failure. Yeah, I failed loads, but then I didn't manage to get on the BBC Dragon's Den. But then I set up Samuel Leeds Finance and given out millions of pounds to people and help people. I didn't manage to get 1 million subscribers, but I got 500,000.
Do you think that's the case? What you're talking about there is like if you aim for the moon, you will at least hit the stars. Is it that kind of a thing?
A little bit. I think you might have said this actually when I came to one of your seminars when I was a teenager, which was most people's problem is not that they aim too high and miss. Their problem is that they aim too low and hit. I think you said that, didn't you?
I did, but it's not my quote.
No, it's T.R. Vecker's quote.
Yeah.
And you quoted him, but now I'm quoting you because I heard it from you.
And you're making me feel very old now. You came to my seminar when you were a teenager.
Yeah, it's true.
Brilliant.
I was about 18.
I think that is true though.
Yeah. So having, that's true. So that's part of it. I've had deals that have failed. But like I've got a castle.
See, I'm talking more about those because that's about goal setting.
Okay,
right?
let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So I, as you know, my castle, which has lost money, and it's
I think you asked me for some money for that, and I just
no, I don't think I did.
No, you did. You said, "Hey, I've got this thing, and have you got a spare 200 to 400?"
Did I?
Yeah.
Do you know what though? We did have 2 investors.
There you go. So, but I just didn't.
Can I tell you something, Dad?
Yeah, go on.
Those investors that invested, we said that it would be a few year project, 3-4 year project. After about 9 months, and I realised, oh my gosh, this isn't going to work. We agreed to pay them all their money back and just give them 10% on top.
Brilliant.
So no one's lost any money because even my deals that have failed, you won't find a single person on the internet. You find some people that don't like me, but you won't find people that say, I invested into Samuel's deals and it didn't work and I lost money.
I think that's much more important. So on the
reputation is more important than revenue.
Yeah. Do you think you have a good reputation?
I think I have a very good reputation amongst people that actually have done business with me. Yes,
as opposed to jumping on the back of
on Reddit threads. Do I have a good reputation? Probably not, because I'm English. I speak my mind. I'm wealthy, and I talk about money. How can you be talking about money and how to make money in that and be in England? Because in England, in English culture, because most people are brainwashed slaves and went to school. In English culture, it's rude to talk about money.
Mm-hmm.
So for me to talk about money, of course, they're not going to love me on Reddit. So have I got a good reputation? In that case, no. Do the BBC think I'm great? No. Do the media love me? Did I get a Queen's honour? No.
Okay, but the people that have done
business.
But
you know what though? This is what I've learned from the failing in those goals. Caring about being liked and approved by elites, by the royals. That's not even. I don't even want that anymore. Now I care about my wife.
And your kids.
My kids. I care about my customers. I care about my investors. I care about my students that I'm working with. I care about you. I don't care about what the BBC or the royal family think of me.
Was there a time that you did?
Yeah, when 2018, when I put the goal in place, because
Yeah,
I
of course.
thought I want to get. Because in my mind, I thought that's a great achievement to get an honour. You know, I'm building hospitals, I'm building schools, I'm bringing financial literacy to people across the UK. Thousands. I've helped more people in the UK become financially free through property than anyone ever has done before in the history of the country. I thought that deserved a Queen's honour. I thought the BBC were going to... Wow. But instead, I get attacked. I get attacked in Parliament. Did you know they talked about me in Parliament?
Yeah.
What we're going to do about Samuel Leeds is unregulated courses. That's what they said.
Unregulated.
That's what they said. What we're going to do about Samuel Leeds and his unregulated courses that he's flogging across the country. Hang on a minute. So it's fine for a business lecturer to be charging 40 grand when the government have approved. Whenever the government, the BBC are the government's mouthpiece. Whenever the government approve or regulate anything, it stinks. You should run. All the investment schemes. Look at Help to Buy. I'm a property investor. I know that that's Help to Sell. That's to help the developers or help the buyers. It's all a scam. It's all fake. It's all a fraud. And I don't want to be endorsed by anybody like that. I want to be endorsed by the people that actually make money with me and do business with me. So I get kicked out of everything. I got kicked out of the syndicate as well, didn't I?
Yeah. I don't know whether you want to talk about this, but you also got kicked out of your church.
Yeah.
Because you were talking. Well,
and the syndicate.
I know they don't know what the syndicate.
No, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kicked out of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to talk about everything. I got kicked out of my church, got kicked out of Bible college, got kicked out.
Why did you get kicked out of your church? You're religious, you go to church, and then one day they're standing by the door and saying, sorry, you can't come in.
I guess you're going to get two different stories if you ask me or if you ask them. I don't want to dishonor anybody, but I think the reason is because in the church, the mindset a lot of the time is that you shouldn't be a successful business person. And I was pushing my business and I was making money.
You shouldn't be a successful business person, or you shouldn't go around talking around it, because you said people don't like people talking about money.
I didn't even talk about money at the time, though. The reason that they gave me for kicking me out of church was that I was overzealous and lacking in humility.
Right. But you were teaching people, weren't you?
No, I wasn't even teaching people then. No, this was a long time ago.
Okay.
I was just making money. I was just buying houses.
Okay. That's why. Just somebody got wind that you were successful and...
Now they tried to employ me. Do you want to work on the Sunday school? And I was like, no, man, I don't want a part-time job at the church. I'll work for free. I'll give money. I'm fine. Like, the thing is with churches is, some of the churches in the UK, they'll bash you over the head and tell you to be on the Sunday school rather than releasing you to be in the marketplace. There's no correlation between your bank balance and how good you are as a person. And there's some churches that think that being poor is a sign that you're blessed, because Jesus said, blessed are the poor in spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So, but there's other churches that think that if you're making loads of money, it's because you're blessed. So there's a correlation between your bank balance and your spirituality, when the truth is there's no correlation. I know some people that are so rich and they are so evil. But then I know some people that are so poor and they're so evil.
Exactly.
There's no correlation.
No.
Yeah? Being rich doesn't make you good or bad. It exposes who you truly are, because it gives you choices and gives you freedom and it gives you power. So having money is not good or bad. It's a tool. So when I started making money, it caused a little bit of problems.
But who made that? Who makes that decision for somebody to say you can't come in? Who made that? Who?
Wow, it's very interesting, isn't it? Because, yeah, I mean, it was quite a big deal, you know, when they said you can't come in, and I actually just came in anyway.
Did you put one of your famous wigs on and your moustaches?
I just said, are you forbidding me then from coming in? No, I'm not forbidding you. Okay, and I came in. And then the pastor...
I can imagine you doing that.
No, and I sat down, and then the pastor got up to preach and saw me, and then he just cancelled the service.
Okay. So he was definitely involved. Okay.
And now I'm like, is it that bad? It's not just like, don't come in. It's like, we're cancelling the service. There's hundreds of people.
That makes zero sense.
There's hundreds of people.
I don't understand
But
that.
do you know how wounded I was as a result of that? You know how betrayed I felt? Because my dad had fallen out with me when I left working for my dad, because I left to go to church, and I was involved in the church, not doing stuff, and my pastor was like a spiritual father to me. So that cut, man. That's why I went to Bible college. I went to Bible college to study biblical economics.
Biblical economics.
Yeah, about money.
Mm-hmm.
Money and the Bible.
Money and the Bible.
Uh-huh.
Okay, not how the church makes money. Okay. Yeah.
start thinking there's something wrong with me. Common denominator. I keep getting kicked out. What's wrong with me? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but then,
And that's your home. That's like where you feel like a battery charged up spiritually. And then when they stop you from coming in, and then that, I didn't know that, by the way, that you went in. Yeah. And that must have been, wow, that they cancelled the service. That's very extreme.
bro, that's very extreme. You know what though? Name a great person in history. Name someone.
Oh, I thought Hitler just
any
came up.
great
I don't know
person.
why Hitler just came up. Oh, it has to be a great person.
So it's great.
Gandhi.
Okay, Gandhi, was he hated? Yes.
Yeah, by some people, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
he was.
They wanted to kill him,
Exactly.
and they did.
What about Socrates? He was killed.
Mhm.
Even more modern people. Name someone a bit more modern. I mean, you talk about Jesus, who was persecuted and killed, but someone like a business great person. I don't know, who's maybe dead now, over the last 20 years, 30 years.
Oh, it has to be dead. I was going to say Richard
Yeah.
Branson. Richard Branson.
Richard Branson. He's interesting, isn't he, Richard Branson? He's quite loved, actually.
He is quite low.
Do you think he might be a little bit of a puppet, though? Do you think he cares too much? Do you think he's a little bit... He seems a little bit of a people pleaser. I bet he'd be knighted if he's not... He was knighted! Anyone that's been knighted by the Queen, problematic in my mind now.
Do you know, I don't, nobody knows this. I actually have a picture of the Queen, and I did it just before she died, and because I knew she was going to die, and I just thought, and this thing was like 35 grand, and I just thought, do you know what? I am going to honor her determination, not determination, her discipline and her work ethic.
Yeah.
That's it. Nothing else. People are going to go, oh, the Queen, this. It was just because of that.
Disrespectful of the Queen. I agree. I love the Queen. Loved, obviously, she's now passed. Not so sure about the King.
Oh, gosh.
But, but here's my point, though. Generally speaking, if you're a great person, I mean, even Richard Branson has been attacked big time.
Of course.
Massively.
Is that the poppy? Is that the tall poppy syndrome?
Branson
As soon as somebody's
Yeah,
attacked.
Richard Branson's, I'm sure he said, you have to search the quote, can't remember the exact quote, that at any given time he's always got someone suing him.
Yeah.
Or he's suing someone. There's a lawsuit going on at some point. He's had to sue people for defamation. He's had massive big bust-ups with people like British Airways. He's had investigations for tax evasion, and it's all been publicised all over the media. You know what I mean? So the guy. Maybe I take slightly back what I said. I don't know because I've never met him. No, I have actually. I met him.
You met him?
I met him.
Yeah.
He was very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
He was very sweet. We got a picture as well. Although he did ask me to remove the picture.
He asked you for what?
I got a picture and I posted it, and I got a message from Virgin saying, "Can you remove that picture of you and Richard Branson?"
Oh, you did the same with Lord Sugar as well.
Yeah, no, so,
that was removed as well.
Yeah, can you remove that picture? What the hell, man? I paid for it. I paid to spend an hour with Lord Sugar in a small intimate environment, ask him a few questions and get a photograph, 5 bags. Now he's saying, remove the picture. I said to his lawyers, what am I supposed to do with it? Put it under my pillow and sleep with it. What was the point of taking it if I can't post it on social media, you prick?
You're not scared of just voicing your views. Is it because you believe that they are right? Because there's no such thing as right and wrong. It's your... No, but there's your truth. That's what I meant, not right, wrong. It's your truth. Then there's somebody else's truth, and there's the truth somewhere in the middle.
Well, no, I just think that if I'm speaking truth, if I'm just
truth.
saying, I'm not this whole my truth thing. There is such a thing as truth, true and not true.
Is there? Because there's those perspectives, right?
No, there's not perspectives. It's true or not true. Black and white.
Is it?
Yeah, look at BBC. BBC are corrupt. Black and white. They took Donald Trump and they clipped it up and doctored it to make him look bad. That
so
is
apparently
wrong.
There was one little thing that was wrong. The rest of it was right, but there was one little thing.
Bro, no. This is where you have to be more black and white, my friend.
Okay.
Donald Trump said, we must go down to the Capitol, and then he said, and we must fight, right? But then when you actually watch what he said,
respectfully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. No, mate, you're not clued up on this. Do you know what he actually said?
Go on.
We must go down to the Capitol and we must cheer on the senator and It was 52 minutes later in a different context where he said about fighting.
Okay.
Nothing to do with the Capitol.
So you're saying they cut it up
They
in a certain
doctored
way.
it.
Bloody
And as a result, the CEO had to step down.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed. That was wrong. There's no... that's not true. That's false.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, obviously, I can only speak from my opinion. I'm not saying I'm right on everything, but yeah, I'm not afraid to give my opinion because I got nothing to hide. I haven't got to think about sponsors. I've got millions. I've got a castle, bro. Yeah, it wasn't successful, but I still own it outright cash. Right? So why do I need to worry?
Yeah.
People are worried about being offensive. They're worried about being cancelled. They're worried about their sponsor. I don't have sponsors.
No, but okay. So, but
why do I
you
have
can
to
do it.
care?
No, but you've always been like that, have you not? Or not? Is it
Yeah,
only
been like that?
Is it you have or you haven't?
Pretty much.
Okay, because you're saying, well, I don't care because I've got all this money. There's people are here like, well, I don't have that. I need my job. What if I say something and I get fired?
They have to get rich.
Right. So you do have to get rich first, or a certain level of
Potentially.
yeah.
Because you will be cancelled
Mhm.
and you will be fired.
Yeah.
But maybe you should be fired. I would rather be fired and live in a caravan than have to be quiet and shut up and not say.
Do you say that because you've got the money and
No.
like it'll be a bloody nice caravan?
No, bro, I wouldn't mind if. You know what? I'll tell you something interesting about Meg.
I think you should ask you.
Tell
I
me
think you
if
should
you-
ask Amanda about that before.
Now you tell me if you believe this. Go on, mate. If I lost everything and had to live in a caravan, if I was with my wife and my kids, I actually wouldn't be that bothered.
All I know with you is that, and people do develop over time. I don't think they change. Is that when we came around your place, you were like, and you just got undressed in front of me and my camera crew. They were like, "What's he doing?" You don't actually care that much, like
No.
what other people
No, it's
think.
just simple.
Yeah.
Just simple.
So you need food,
Yeah.
lodgings, bit of fun.
No, you just listen. When you're wealthy, yeah, obviously it's good. It's nice being wealthy. I was staying in Barbados last year. We were paying like $4,000 a night for the most supreme hotel.
For what, 6 of you?
No, just me and my wife. We leave the kids.
$4,000 a night.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact amount, but that's pretty standard though, isn't it? In like a really fancy. Wait, do you not?
I think
stay
that's
in,
very
yeah, but
expensive.
you not stay in nice hotels.
Nice, but not $4,000 a night.
Where's the nicest?
So we
place
went to the
stay?
Maldives, and the whole
Yeah.
thing cost $14,000. It wasn't
How
$4,000
many
a night.
nights?
It was 6 nights.
Okay. Yeah, so that's $2,000 a night. That including flights and stuff though.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cheap.
yeah.
Okay, so you cheaped it. That's fine. You can.
Oh, no,
rough
less
it.
of the cheap. Less of the
Yeah,
cheap.
you roughed it a bit. That's fine. You can do that.
I
It's
invest
fine.
in assets, not
Yeah,
into.
but you should have enough assets to be able to at least give you a decent holiday. Because $14,000 for 6 nights.
Well, it was a decent holiday. It was an amazing holiday. Well, there's levels, right?
That's fine. Fine.
So when I hear that, I think that's excessive. For me,
That's not excessive though, because that's just like.
no, but for me it is. For you, it's not.
All right.
That's your truth.
But yeah,
That's what I'm
okay.
saying.
now
That's
this
what
is
I'm saying.
subjective. Now that's
Yeah.
true. But this is the bit where I'll flip the cards now.
Go on.
Because obviously it's beachfront, right? What's better?
Obviously, it's beachfront.
Yeah, but what's better?
Mhm.
A man pool or a god pool?
I beg your pardon.
A man pool, a pool of water made by a man, or a god pool, i.e. the ocean. What's better?
Oh, I'm going to say the ocean.
Of course. So where are you going to spend most of your time?
Pool or a god pool? I've never heard that before in my life.
So where are we going to spend most of our time? Are we going to be spending time in the pool, or are we going to go on the beach?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah, on the beach.
Yeah.
But hang on. So we're spending $4,000 a night, and we're on the beach, but the beach is free.
Mhm.
Anyone come on the beach?
My point exactly. So why are you spending $4,000 a night?
Well, that's the point.
Well, what's the point?
The point is that actually, yes, you might spend $4,000 a night, but actually, if you were skint and you couldn't afford to,
You could still take advantage of the beach.
as long as you got the time and you're not trapped in the job working 60 hours for $15,000 a year.
Mm.
See, that's what makes you miserable. Being trapped.
Of course. Not having choice. I talk about choice a lot. So people don't have the choice, especially when they're older.
Would you rather be skint and have nothing and literally be living in a caravan? Or be making $60,000 a year, which is a decent salary, but be working in a job, long hours that you hate and you haven't got time to see the kids?
No, but I would do the second one, and I'll tell you why. You weren't expecting me to say that. I'll do the second one because if I have the skills to earn $60,000 in the job that I hate, I can get a different job. I would. Do you know what I would do?
Now you have to stay in it. You have to stay in it
Are
for
you-
5 years.
That I hate.
Yeah, but you can't just flip the cards and just say like, oh, well, I'd do that, but then get a new job. No, there is a job that you hate where you're making 60, 70 grand a year,
Mhm.
working 60 hours a week, or in a caravan.
But I've got to pay for my kids and the
No, but you're just
education.
roughing it. Yeah, it's basically free in it.
Yeah, but
Just roughing it. Teach them at home.
I'd do the job.
No, I wouldn't.
I know you wouldn't. I would.
I wouldn't. I couldn't do that.
I would. And but I think partly again, these choices are being made because one has money and therefore one thinks, yeah, I'll do it. Because if you had to, I mean, your kids are home taught, right? Mine are in a school. It's like $70,000 a year. It's like that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So
That's a lot.
I'd probably do the job.
You know what though? The job, you say you could flick from that job to another job that you didn't hate.
Yeah.
But if I had a caravan, but the time, not only could I spend time on the beach for free, but also I got the time to now build a business to get rich.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Give me time any day.
Mm-hmm.
Did this podcast go a bit left field? Did this go how you expected it to go?
Not at all. I've got prompts up here that I haven't used at all.
No, I told you not to put those prompts together. We don't want no chat GPT prompts. We just need to chat.
God. Anyway, this has been brilliant. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I'd like to just give my flowers to you, Marcus, because I think you're one of the true ones, and you've helped me a lot, both from your training that you deliver. I think it's commendable. I only ever hear good things about people that have been through investment mastery. Although we have a slightly different perspective on investing in some ways, which we're going to do a debate later. What you're doing is stand up and legit. I think that whenever I see you, you always lift my mood. You're light-hearted. You're fun to be around. We've obviously gone to parties and stuff like that together. And you've invested time into me, and I appreciate that.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. It's brilliant. You're such a success, and actually, my team, they kind of go, oh, look what he's doing, and did a little and stuff like that.
And I'll share.
Yeah, you just did. Thank you so much. You're an inspiration, and I know people they have opinions, but it's just an opinion, isn't it?
It's an opinion.
It's just their truth. I know you don't like it, but it's their truth.
I don't like their truth thing.
Yeah.
It's the truth. Jesus is the way, the truth, the truth and the life.
The truth and the life. But you can't come to church.
I do now, though. I found a new church. Yeah. The church isn't perfect, but Jesus is.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's a religion.
Is this podcast still happening?
I don't know. I mean, this podcast is out the window.
We'll go for lunch. Let's wrap it up.
Let's get some lunch, and then I'm going to debate you on what's better.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. See you next week.